Radiant team pick.
Welcome back, everybody, to the defense. That's right, we're here once again with everyone's favorite Join Dota tournament. And we're actually into Phase 2, which means a lot more interesting games, as I hope you guys will appreciate how good this next game is going to be, which is Monkey Business versus Team Empire. I'm Capitalist, joined by Durka.
Hi.
Durka, what do you think? Monkey Business have been on quite the hot streak lately.
They definitely have, and there's been a lot of people looking at like heroes of the patch and things like that. Loads of people complaining about Doom, which is, first banned here. But Monkey Business is one of those teams, I think, along with Vega Squadron, who have loved playing Tiny Wisp and playing Tiny in general. You look at 4CNL and they've been given Bambo Tiny anytime they really can. But that is one of the heroes like right at the top of the pecking order of drafting. He's very often in the first phase, just picked up for his merits alone, never mind having the Wisp. But Monkey Business, I think, their biggest strength is the versatility of their players. Because you look at Team Empire, they've got solid players. With Resolution moving towards the off lane, he's kind of, had some big boots to fill, and he's been picking up his standard Beastmaster, which he used to play mid. But Monkey Business, Moon Meander, you think about Miracle, the 8k MMR pub player. Moon Meander's been crushing people. The other day against Alliance, he played Nature's Prophet against Alliance, and he demolished them, honestly. He was denying runes, he was beating a Doom versus Lich dual lane, which is just unheard of. But it looks like here they're just going to go for some solid standard picks. Good sustain from the Dazzle, initiation from the Tusk. But Empire, they've been loving to pick AA, and against the Dazzle, maybe a little bit later on in the draft, there are obviously some other heroes that come out a little bit sooner.
Yeah, it's funny. Did you see the Empire versus NiP game that happened recently? It's I'll tell you that Empire actually ran the same draft 2 times in a row, and they just destroyed NiP. Like, they dismantled them, stomped on their faces. It was real bad. It was real bloody. And Empire ran the same draft twice in a row, and actually one of the key heroes for me was actually the Aloha Dance Tusk. So Monkey Business actually take away 2 of the heroes that I feel are most notable for Team Empire. I really like Aloha Dance on an aggressive roaming hero. I feel like that really fits his style. Where you have No Fear able to play a little bit more back. I know you said like Ancient Apparition, that's No Fear's hero, right? He's incredibly good on it.
Lich, Dazzle, so they sort of sit behind your core hero and make sure that they have a good time in lane.
Yeah, it works out so perfectly when you have such a I would say successfully hyper aggressive support like Aloha Dance can be, and then be able to couple that with a star defensive support like No Fear. But the Darkseer, we'll see if they actually pick up the Ancient Apparition. Now, no, they're going to go for the Templar Assassin. Dire side advantage there with being with the Ancients. Just focusing on a lot of laning phase, it looks like. Both Darkseer and Templar Assassin, I would say, 2 of the most notable things about them is that they are pretty laning phase focused, a little bit more farm oriented. So I think this leaves an opening for Monkey Business because they know how to play aggressive.
I also think it's an opening for Empire as well, because they've picked up what, Darkseer can be off lane, but it can also be played safe lane, TA towards the mid. But they're looking at this thinking, Monkey Business, they like to put a lot of emphasis onto Miracle's hero. And he has been switching roles around. We've seen him play off lane, mid, and in the safe lane when they want to, put a little bit of a different tilt onto things. But if Monkey Business do go for a hero where Miracle has to farm and has to, be untouched for the first 10 or 15 minutes, Team Empire, they love their aggro tri-lanes. And I think this is what we're looking at here. They're just waiting for the draft to progress, knowing that they've still got the opportunity to pick up 2 very aggressive supports, heroes that can crush in the lane. And Monkey Business right now, they're is banning out these initiation heroes. Spirit Breaker, and up next, what are we going to see from them? The Meepo ban, though, from Empire. Don't want to be giving that across to them, because he's actually up in the top echelons of picks as well. He's 13-9 this patch. Tiny, I was talking about before, he's 91-65. He's got a 71% win rate, which is crazy. Doom is down at like 15th place with like a 62% win rate, but there's some really interesting heroes out there like Pugna, Enchantress, and then you've got people like the Brewmaster who have incredibly good success. But there's the AM for Miracle, and I think this plays into Empire's strat. Go for aggro try.
You think so? Aggro try?
I think that's what they've set themselves up for. You know, they've still got their 2 supports and potentially an aggro hero like Slardar's banned out. That would have been perfect for them. But they've got options.
Okay. So are you thinking like run a triple ranged tri-lane with an Ancient Apparition?
Give me the SD Mirana, man. SD Mirana AA, come on.
No. I still hate Mirana. Somebody asked me that question recently.
We've seen it a lot from like Artesian pubs playing mid Mirana, and I think it's a trash hero mid. I think it could still.
I think it's a trash hero everywhere, man.
No, come on. I think it could still work in like that solo roaming aspect if you land arrows and you go for the old MMY arcane boots full staff kind of thing. But
I think the stats are still so shit that it can't work as a core very well. But I would agree with you. I think it can work as a support. Nature's Prophet going to be picked up by Monkey Business, so a good amount of split pushing, and I have to say I feel like this is probably one of Moon's best heroes. He is
Clockwork, Nature's Prophet. Yeah, I think those are his top 2.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, I know everyone likes to hype up Admiral Bulldog's Nature's Prophet, but I think Moon Meander has actually brought...
surpassed him.
Yeah, I actually do believe that. Just because, I mean, in general, I think Monkey Business is a better team than Alliance right now. So it's maybe perhaps a bit easy to say, oh, well, this offlaner is clearly superior if the team's superior. But I feel like Moon has showcased a certain amount of, like, and it's not just ratting capabilities, right? It's a certain amount of mixed up with the aggression that Monkey Business are known for. And Axe now picked up for Team Empire. Okay. What's going on?
I'm unsure.
Is this a Darkseer Axe dual lane?
I'm wondering this as well.
Are they running Axe? Like, that's the only way I can really see it, and then they have a support disruptor behind some sort of farming carry for Silent at that top lane.
Well, what do you want to put against the Nature's Prophet? Axe or Darkseer? It's the Axe, right?
Yeah, the Axe, I think, but...
That's why I'm like. That's.
But
the reason
are you going to run an Axe 1 position? Are we going to go back to that? I mean, you do have a Templar Assassin mid. It's possible, right? Because you have that kind of mid.
Yeah.
That can take over the that you can run actually. But then what do you do with a disruptor? Like that's not necessarily like a heavy roaming support that is able to get a lot done. I feel like if you're going to do that, you've actually have 3 strong solos, and you could just like roam with 2 supports or have like a jungler or something like that. I don't really feel. I mean, if they pick up the jungler, then I can kind of see it, because then Disruptor's just kind of like this add-on that actually works pretty well against heroes like Animage and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
But
it's like the situational support when they go into that sort of 10-15 minute mark when they've got Blink on the Axe.
Did you hear ding ding ding? Yeah, but am I crazy?
I didn't. I can't hear game sounds.
Oh, you can't?
No.
I swear to God, I thought I heard the pause sound.
What does chat say?
Huh.
Yeah, there was a pause.
Okay.
Fly disconnected. A bunch of people disconnected. Notel paused. Yeah, we've resumed now.
Oh, okay.
You're not going crazy.
I probably wasn't watching the time before, but I only noticed it the second time. So then I look and I'm just like, the time is moving, so there wasn't a pause. But I guess I missed the first round. Yeah, I guess this draft is taking a bit longer than expected. That makes sense. Ember Spirit, the last pickup, or last ban out by Monkey Business. Brewmaster is actually banned away by Team Empire. One of the interesting things is that Team Empire actually banned away their signature hero in Gyrocopter. I mean, that's Silence hero through and through.
Oh yeah, for sure. Brewmaster, though, he's an interesting hero. We saw Kuroki play him in the support role the other day with the Tusk. Venomancer, lovely stuff.
The mid Venomancer. That's what we got going on here, specifically versus the Templar Assassin. But people have been messing around with this core Veno for a little while now, and I think it definitely has a lot of viability. I mean, you and I witnessed it firsthand when Sing Sing played it at the Red Bull Battlegrounds in some of our fun matches. And a core Venomancer, I mean, that thing tears it up. It is actually incredibly powerful.
5 seconds.
Yeah, because you can't react to it. If you try to choose a fight and there's any tower standing, he TP's in and he just crushes you. It's difficult to handle the split push as well. He offers you both team fight capability, lane zoning, and split push. It's actually a ridiculous combination. Sure enough, his stats aren't great. His scaling with items isn't that good either. But the AA that we were calling earlier is actually picked up by Team Empire here. but I'm still wondering about their laning. Resolution Darkseer, so it looks like it will be the one role axe for Silent. But where do they throw these heroes? Because I think they need a support mid to try and handle the Veno early. Like it's not as bad a lane for the Templar Assassin as, oh god, if I crashed? Nope, just like it's not as bad a lane as it used to be. You know, we used to see TA get demolished by Venomancer and Batrider, but Templar Assassin, the fact that like Shadow Fiend, if you die once, it doesn't matter too much. You just go back and farm stacks in the Ancients in the jungle.
Okay, I'm sorry guys. When you guys were talking about the colors on screen, I didn't actually realize that was going to be a problem for the game too. It looks like maybe so there used to be this bug. I mean, I think you know about it, right? Where we have -2 +2.
I still can't get it to be right.
I think maybe that bug is gone now for XSplit. It no longer, because what the streamer program was doing was actually kind of like just like sapping away some of the colors. So you needed to give it back by changing some of the settings, and I think it's good now. I took that away, and it actually looks
okay.
I think it looks.
I was
fine
messing
now.
around with it the other week.
Yeah.
Like,
let me know, chat. I thought you guys were just talking about our camera settings for the studio, which are really bright for some reason. But I think that's better. Hopefully it is.
so they're going to run dual lanes here as Empire, because the Axe does decently against Nature's Prophet. Monkey Business, they're still waiting to see where they're heading, but Miracle will most likely be heading down to bot.
The battle begins.
It looks like they're just going to go standard for now. Disruptor and Axe up at top. Yoku. Look, Moon Meander already blocking up the Templar Assassin with the Treants, but fortunately for him, No Fear will control the wave. For a little bit at least anyway. But both of these teams, they're actually looking to try and control us mid lane a hell of a lot. No Tail, Wraithspan, a couple of pool tangos. But yeah, back to the Venomancer / Batrider against TA. This used to be heavily disadvantageous for the Templar Assassin, but it's not that bad. Like you probably die a couple of times if you make one misstep, just the fact you've got that DOT going through your refraction. But look, AA comes in, Chilling Touch, and this is what we used to see from, oh god, I think it might have been Empire actually. When they had Shadow Fiend, probably VP as well, they'd bring the Ancient Apparition mid, give Chilling Touch at level 1, and then they'd leave. Right here, No Fear has to kind of get the harass down onto No Tail, but it's just to give the guaranteed farm to the TA.
Do you still like the wards build on Venomancer when you do this? Because I think I was watching Ritsu play Venomancer just last night, actually. Mid-Venomancer in a pub, and he went for the maxed out Venomous Gale. And it was like, maybe that's the way to play Venomancer now.
You have a lot more kill potential, but the way they want to look at this is the, pushing and counter-pushing and controlling the lane. Because if you do get up to, level 4 or 5, and you have that big group of wards, there's no way that Yoku can actually shove the wave and try and harass you down or look for the kills with the traps.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea. I mean, the wards being just extra sources of damage against the refraction. The stability of spamming out wards makes you really tough to gank. So Silent is going to be playing his, this is actually kind of a signature for him. I mean, the Gyrocopter is obviously... Oh yeah, they can actually get this kill quite easily. Yoku doesn't have meld, so he's just forced to turn and fight and get out whatever damage he can before he gives up the first blood.
But you look at the lane in general, 11 last hits for the TA, 6 now for the Venomancer, but he was down at 4. Oh god, Aloha Dance as well.
Yeah, he's going to be caught. Oh, the Haste Rune actually picked up by the Tusk, and Aloha Dance knows he's dead. He's going to try and back out, but Furion should be able to just run down, and if not, crit. Oh no, he lost his clarity. Sad times. Either way, 2 kills from Monkey Business to start this laning phase out.
Yeah, Yoku's doing a pretty good job, and this is what I'm saying. It's not that bad for the TA. You're going to die a couple of times, but you're going to outfarm the Veno, and then you're going to outfarm him even more when you go back into the jungle. But how's Silent doing up at top? Because the Furion has moved off a couple of times. Silent's still sitting at level 3. He's actually got a Quelling Blade to deal with the Sprout as well.
Oh. So he's actually, No Tail's gonna be maxing out the wards, does go for a level of Venomous Gale here. And that just provides... Now that it actually does damage, I suppose it's a lot better against Templar Assassin, as opposed to before where it did no ticks. How's Furion doing? He's level 4 versus Silence level 4, and Aloha Dance is only level 1. He's just basically giving up full experience to Silent. Kind of necessary. I mean, the problem's going to be if he sits in lane, he offers more kill potential once he gets to level 3, but he's also slowing down the Axe's progress, which is obviously very critical if you're running a one-position Axe.
Silent.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem to care about being underneath the tower too much. Unfortunately, he was pretty unlucky on spins. Middle lane, they're going to go for more fighting here as the Tusk comes back to lane. They may try for it. Resolution, hoping to be able to secure the bottom rune against Fly. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough for the shell as well as Surge. So if he uses shell here, he's kind of committing and may actually be caught out. As they are going to go for him. Resolution pops the Surge now. Will be able to pick up the bounty, but he's going to be surrounded pretty quick. As the Surge runs out, he'll be slowed down. And it looks like the bottle's actually going to be able to keep him alive, though. Crit doesn't have enough mana for another Ice Shards. Oh, he's going to be able to get away. No fear. He's kind of blocked out as the Ice Shards nicely placed. Will be able to get the kill. And in the end, it is going to be the Furion who helps get that one.
With a killing spree. Moon is 3-0. And this is what you were saying, you know, outside of the split push aspect of Notice Profit, you make up the numbers. He TP's in, and now they move into the push on the tier 1 mid. So they're starting to shut down this Templar Assassin a fair amount. And they haven't really stacked up. You look over at the Dire Ancients, there's an Observer Ward now there for the Radiant. So that triple stack's going to stay triple. There's no stacks in the jungle for him, which, you know, maybe you could argue the Axe wants to look at as well for his early blink. But this early aggression from Monkey Business is really hard to deter from Empire, because they are very heavily based on, you know, first 10 minutes they farm, they get key items. They want Blink Axe, they want the Darkseer to get into his mech after Soul Ring Bottle. And even the Ancient Apparition, he needs to get level 6. They need level 6s on these supports, but they're sitting at level 2 and 3.
Yeah, this is Monkey Business recognizing... I mean, this is both fits their playstyle, and it's the most obvious opening in Empire's lineup, is that you just play really aggressive into them. Aloha Dance is going to be caught by that Gale. They do manage to get the call and take the tower. No deny for crit. They're going to go for the kill on Aloha Dance. Snowball not quite there. Managed to get the TP out, and Silent will casually walk himself away. Still, though, Monkey Business, and maybe that rotation was successful. The tower did go down for Empire, and they didn't give away a kill for it. It's still Monkey Business controlling this first 10 minutes of the game. Yeah,
Miracle's still farming as well. So all of the action across the map, just forcing the focus away from Miracle down at bottom lane. But Empire, you know, they've got that switch to flick at some point when they get these key items up. Just a little bit worried about Resolution down here, because if they do focus on the TA and Axe farming stacks and building up their own net worth, where does Resolution get his farm? They've got a, you know, it's not a conventional greedy lineup where they've got a bunch of heroes who need, you know, a lot of space, a lot of time. But they've definitely got 3 heroes who kind of require, oh god, Resolution. The spell's gonna come. He's gonna dodge it though.
He's gonna be covered in that poison, but it doesn't look to be enough. As that extra bit of tick, yeah, he should be able to survive through it with the bottle. Actually, he's keeping the ward on him pretty nicely. Oh, and there it is, the Furion ult. It comes out. That was a plan all along. It wasn't the ward and getting that extra bit of damage on the Darkseer. It was getting the vision onto that Darkseer.
Forced so far back as well. But yeah, Resolution items not on the horizon really for him. And again, back to the supports, the Disruptor and the Ancient Apparition. You've got Boots on the Disruptor, but these are 2 very situational supports. You know, they don't have a guaranteed stun. There's no setup or anything for them to give. It's based on what the cores bring to the table. The Axe blinks in and calls, and he's the setup, right? He's the guy that jumps in, starts the fight, and initiates. If he gets initiated on, I don't see Empire actually going to go and take a fight. Because they need him for the Vacuum, Static Storm, Ice Blast, all to actually land.
Right. The push in through bottom lane, Furion's going to join Miracle, and Resolution can't really stop this push. Well, maybe he can. He's got level 3 Ion Shell, so looks to be enough to stall things out. Furion probably just going to rotate out of lane here, seeing that his push is going to be defeated. Top lane, Aloha Dance going to be the target, so that's exactly where Furion's going to TP into. They get a free kill, and we'll turn that into a tower.
We've seen this before. Kill into tower, objective after objective. And what's the net worth for Moon Meander right now? 3.6k. They are massively out-farming Empire right now. Orchid is going to be up pretty soon. AM, well on his way to Battle Fury. And have we seen what Venomancer's buying yet? It could be a Midas with the Gloves of Haste.
I believe so. I think this is actually the build.
Yeah, Midas into Blink or Ags.
Yeah, because the level 16 is pretty important. Miracle is going to be caught here, and they can actually get the chop. Nice pickoff. That's the first kill for Empire, but it was a critical one.
That puts Silent very close to his Blink Dagger. After these camps, unless the Iron Shell takes all of his last hits, yeah, he's still going to get it soon, though.
Aloha Dance caught once again. This poor Disruptor's just never going to get his level 6. The Furion ult is going to come out and almost finishes him off. The poison, tick, 8 HP, he's dead. Fly actually dives in a bit deep for that, but it doesn't seem to matter. And I think they know Empire just can't really punish whatsoever. You can see Resolutions trying to creep skip right now. You've got Yoku, who's going to be farming up this Ancient stack. It means this tier 2 is actually free for the taking from Monkey Business. And this is only their offlaner and their support, but that's the kind of commanding position that they're in at 9 minutes of the game, that a support and an offlane hero can take a tier 2 tower.
And the rest of Empire, they're just trying to farm up Ancient stacks for Yoku. He's got treads.
You get the cold feet here, Fly. If that goes down, well, never mind, I forgot.
That's fine.
It's an axe. You can't get Shellgrave and walk away or TP out. He's always going to chop you down, so...
It's perfectly fine, because now you look down the bottom lane. Guess what? They're pushing the tier 1 there as well.
Yeah, what are you going to do against Treant and Wards?
Yep,
especially this early on. Snowball is not going to be... Oh, no, they do have the Vacuum. Resolution actually picked up an early level of that. Oh, no, level 8. So I'd say pretty standard. Still, though, that bottom tower is going to go down.
Nothing really to stop it. Where's Silent with his Blink? He's got a smoke in the base if he wants to go for it. But is now the time you actually want to go and set up a big 5v5 team fight? Because you're going to be walking into, you know, Poison Nova, Gale, and that Nature's Wrath being pinged around the map.
I think you just have to go for a pickoff right now. You still don't have, I mean, it's about to, level 6 on the Disruptor, but you don't have level 6 on the Ancient Apparition.
Yep.
As you said, those are critical abilities, because that's entirely what the Axe is setting up for everyone.
And then, hopefully they can go and take a tier 1 tower at some point. I guess they got the one up at top, but that's a freebie. That's a gimme. Just Prophet. Orchid. He's got his first Oblivion staff, actually. So, this Orchid's going to be here by like 14 minutes. And you got to start worrying for heroes like the Darkseer. You know, obviously the supports, he can get solo kills off by the Furion. No tail?
Oh, the ultimate's going to come in. Fortunately, the refraction there was there in time, and Yoku will be able to get back to the fountain. And, meanwhile, No Tail will try and finish up some of these last remaining Ancients. Get the big Granite Golem out of the way. But that was close. If that Templar Assassin didn't manage to get off the refraction just before that Furion ult hit, I think he dies.
Do you think Yoku still goes for the Desolator kind of rush here?
I believe so.
Like, against an AM, you kind of want that burst damage as well.
Yeah. I think you just need as much efficient damage as possible right now, because your team is sort of lacking in it.
Yeah.
In the sustain field, right? Like, if they get a good catch, they can kill everyone on Monkey Business. You know, they get the right call, the right follow-up from the supports, they all die. But once you use that combo and say you only catch one hero with it, what happens after that? Well, that's where the Templar Assassin is going to have to carry you through.
They've hit 6 on their supports now, but they smoked through into the enemy jungle. There's no one here. Miracle farming enemy jungle. So this is obviously something the Monkey Business has called out. Looking at the scoreboard, saying, "Hang on, guys, they've got their ultis. They're going to be looking to brawl somewhere." Taking control of the sort of Roshan area, but that's not really available for you as Empire. Mech, is that done? Okay. Resolution has the full mech done, so things are looking up for Empire. You know, this is the key pivotal point right now where they've got items, they've got their abilities ready. It's just choosing the right place to fight. But Monkey Business, this is in their hands. If they actually position themselves and don't get caught, especially multiple heroes, you know, if they have the good spread and don't get caught by a 2-3 man call, then they have ways of turning it around with the Grave, the Snowball to save people from it.
Point booster about to be picked up by No Tail, so the beginning of that Aghanim Scepter will be on its way. You just leave it on regular boots? I think so, because you've got the coupling with the Tusk. With the Snowball, you should be able to get a really good Poison Nova. Ultimate coming out from the Ancient Apparition to this middle lane. Looks like they're going to try and jump No-Tail here. They will be able to just barely clip him, and they're going to try and play aggressively into him now. They still have the glimpse back. No-Tail actually kind of missing out on that one. Gets off the ultimate and will be chopped out. But he managed to get a good ultimate that might finish off Silent. It looks like it will as the snowball comes in. Silence is laid out, but Crit still managed to get off the Walrus Punch, just barely outside of that one. Good body blocking, and the cold feet will not actually proc, but the vacuum pull back and the right clicks will be enough to get the kill anyway. On the background, though, we do have Miracles looking to be able to clean someone up. He does have a lot of heroes without mana. Aloha Dance was his target, not going to find him. He's going to run into Yoku soon, but not a hero he can really kill. So Miracle actually messes out on some farming time. Usually he is able to spot those kind of openings and really take advantage of it, getting free pickoffs, but not this time around. Yeah.
The Delta split was there, but 14-minute Battle Fury for Miracle plus treads. This is looking rough for Empire. Because, that fight is where they really get everything off, you know? They kill off the Venomancer, they get another kill on the side. But losing your Axe, whose item progression is, pretty pivotal. He needs his Force Staff or whatever he decides to go into next. Crimson Guard wouldn't be bad. Maybe even a casual Plate Mail, but no. What do you reckon, actually? BKB, Force Staff, he needs some more mobility and definitely survivability to handle the AM plus Venomancer. Force into BKB?
I think that's not a bad idea. I do believe that, I think it's because of the Slaughter play that I've been seeing and playing so much. I do feel like these kind of initiators need to be able to have further mobility after they jump in. I think it's actually really critical for you to be able to bounce in and out of team fights and not just, one and
Once
done.
you're in.
Yeah. Oh, Miracle actually. Perfect opportunity for Empire. They throw everything they have at him. I'll get the kill. Meanwhile, the Dario Courier got picked up, and what I can only presume was Furion.
But it died behind tier 4s.
I can only presume that's Furion.
Moon Meander?
Moon, what were you doing? You can pick off.
Oh, it's got the chop. Yeah, there we go.
Great pick off there. Monkey business. Turning lots of heads here as they actually are turning this game around. It was 15 minutes in. You're talking about what was that, about 8 minutes in, there was a 3,000 gold lead, and now it's beginning to dip back down as Empire are finding their openings.
And they've killed off AM a couple of times and forced him away from farming for the past, 4 minutes or so. So his item progression, still looking to get into that Vlad's, has been stalled a tiny bit, but the fast Battle Fury obviously makes up for that. Oops.
Your mic just fell right off.
What? Oh, that's why. It was caught behind the back of the chair. I leaned forward and I was like, oh God. Please someone help me.
It's just me, these chairs no longer very comfortable.
They're too high up and I can't figure out how to adjust them.
Yeah, I can't either. I think they locked them for some reason.
Stop the kids playing. Oh wait,
I don't know why they would do that, because now I'm literally tilting forward on my chair. Just so I can. That's why if you see the camera not moving for a little while, guys, it's probably because I'm trying to adjust so I don't kill myself while I'm trying to cast and do camera at the same time.
Strangulation by mic cord.
All right, they're going to go for Miracle here. Should be able to be the free pick-off because they have the Silence. Silent actually is going to run out of mana here. Unable to get off his ultimate. That means Miracle, they're just going to have to right-click him down. They do get at least that support. Silent TP! Oh, that snowball almost there. They will be able to catch No Fear, though. He's going to TP out as well, but that Walrus Punch will stop him. 10-8, 16 and a half minutes in. They got Miracle, which is a great pick-off. They lost their 2 supports for it. I think Empire are going to be pretty happy with that exchange.
Yeah, as long as they don't lose any heroes, the TA right now is key that she doesn't die. And actually, Yoki went for the Blink Dagger, so opting in for that little bit of mobility. But you take a look at what Venomancer's picked up. There's no Arcane's Mech into Greaves, there's no Aghanim Scepter, straight into the Blink Dagger. They want to fight. They want to get into the thick of things right now, and they've spotted out these Ancients being taken out by the TA, but she's already moved on. Back to the Fountain.
I really thought with the sustain that was offered from the Dazzle, they don't have a mech, right? No. Okay, so they have no mech, but they do have the sustain of the Dazzle. They did have the superior team fight early on. They were able to just push. I figured he'd just go for more stat focus build, because then, okay, you're going to initiate on a Venomancer. Well, he's going to be tanked up thanks to the Ags build. Aloha Dance going to be initiated on, TP away, but the snowball will stop him. Grab! Oh, Silent! Whiffs that one big time, and now he's going to be punished for it quite heavily as he takes all the poison damage here. And he's going to be saved by the mech, or maybe not. Ice shards.
He's ticking.
Yeah, he's
ticking.
dead.
Oh, God.
Man. That Venomancer, that was a level 2 ultimate. And that was just only level 1 Venomous Gale still. But the Poison Sting helping out quite significantly.
Poison Sting plus level 1 Poison Touch, securing that one. Oh man. Resolution. Chasing down. But look at Moon Meander. Orchid, Shadow Blade, 603, 18 minutes. In this Nature's Prophet, 9,000 net worth, and he's untouchable right now. Crazy amount of farm. But no fear, something we didn't point out, he's actually gone for the Midas. He managed to get that a couple of minutes ago, so he'll get himself closer to that level 11 a little bit faster. Aloha Dance has been left a little bit high and dry, but he's still getting himself a decent amount of gold here. So Empire have done a good job in spreading their net worth, across the heroes, rather than focusing on just the TA getting a ton. They've got 3 heroes with 7k plus net worth. When you compare it to what Monkey Business have, it's not up to par, but it's still pretty good. Judging by how the first 10 minutes or so went.
That's now finished up for the Animage. Means you could start seeing that progression towards the Mantan. That's probably the most important item right now. Fly going to be slightly threatened by Yoku. If they get the right ultimate here, or maybe the full turnaround with the Glimpse, they will be able to get the kill on Fly. And that being said, there's a lot of damage to just bounce around thanks to that Furion ultimate. Managed to grab No Tail here. He knows there's no ultimate for No Tail, so they can actually commit a little bit heavier. Snowball save? No, it's not going to be safe at all. It only momentarily buys No Tail some time until it gets chopped down by Silent. Looks like Voltage support's quite low, but will be able to survive. His crit's going to be initiated on Silent. Grabs him with the Iron Shell and chops another one down. Double kill for Silent. As a 3-for-1 exchange, it looks like our Disruptor did go down as he tried to run back in and got caught out by the wards, but still, a worthy exchange for Empires. They'll take some further map control.
Blinks, traps, chases, they've got so many ways of catching up in these team fights. If Monkey Business are caught out like that, there's no way to escape, right? They can try and TP, but Empire is going to run you down.
See, what do you think about a different Furion builds? What do you think about the build? Oh, they grabbed him. Fly's going to be caught. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast comes in, and they have the chop as well. Killing spree. And Silent's actually just going to TP out. Smart play as Nature's Prophet shows himself. The rest of the team will be able to escape as well. If you're trying to buy time right now, it feels like Team Empire have actually hit a peak. Yeah, they're about to finish up the Desolator. You can't really fight into them very well. They have the control to be able to burst down the Venomancer before he gets off the ultimate. They have the necessary sustain thanks to the Guardian Greaves to be able to protect them from a lot of this damage as well. What about the Ags Octarine Core from the Furion that allows you to be able to constantly keep these lanes split push? Would that be good enough, or do you think Empire would actually be fine being split up like that?
I wonder if it would take too much farm away from the AM and the Venomancer. Like, okay, the Venom has Midas and he can sort of keep the gold flowing that way. But the AM is so heavily reliant on the sort of cyclical movement between jungle and lane and just keeping his options open. If you've got Moon Meander shoving all 3 lanes, then he's going to go for the point booster now. Probably into that Ags Octarine, like you said. But if he'd gone for it as, maybe not a rush, but as one of his primary items, I'm not sure if Miracle would have had the room to actually...
Oh, they actually caught him. They're going to be able to bring him back right into that counter ward. Great catch. Looks like No Fear may go down. It's a snowball catch up. No Tail actually blinks in, gets off the ultimate there, and this is where poor Yoku is going to be stuck out. But the call, they managed to catch him inside of the creep wave. No Tail may just be bursted down. They silence him up. Aloha Dance is going to give up his life for this one, but Silent will take the Venomancer and keep moving forward. But now here comes Miracle, his big entrance as he takes out the Templar Assassin. Jump forward, Miracle going to commit to the kill onto Silent. They're going to fight this one out. Can they actually get the chop to vacuum? Oh no, they couldn't get in. Silent makes their turnaround. He takes down 2 and Fly. There's no one where you can fight this one out anymore. They pull him back in and Fly just turns around and has to go for the kill onto Silent because he knows there's just no escape from this one. He'll be run down eventually by Resolution and his many illusions, and Silent proves to be bigger than the Animage, who popped his ultimate there on the Templar Assassin, which was a great pickoff. That means they had no real killing blow for Silent as he got low.
The Greaves came in a little bit late for Resolution onto Yoku, but that was fully made up by the wall he dropped. The Anti-Mage Illusion crushed Miracle, absolutely destroyed him. And sure, Axe is in the middle of things, gets a chop onto a couple. But Empire, their team fight is just so much better right now. They've got these big AoE ultis. Monkey Business are trying to, do this guerrilla tactic where they jump a couple of heroes in, then try and bail. But they can't do it. The chase power from Empire, glimpsing one, picking off one, getting the numbers advantage, finding another, and look at Moon Meander. He's going to spray himself away. Vacuum. Resolution cancels the TP. But he might be in a little bit of trouble now.
Oh, well, maybe not. They do have the 2 supports coming in. The Ice Blast is not going to land on anything, but Crit is going to be forced to snowball Resolution. The rest of the supports actually hit themselves to make sure they wouldn't be caught by that one. He pulls Krat even further back. They managed to get the silence onto him, but there is going to be Dazzle response. Miracle now comes forward, glimpse back, and more to make sure he dies. Crit will survive through that silence. And No Tail now jumping forward, but is he going to be able to catch anybody in the meantime? Silent. Looks like they're going to commit onto him to jump him. Silent still has the Force Staff to be able to get him some distance. Blink Dagger up in a second, but does get caught by the Venomancer. Now he's kind of done for. Just going to be kited around just too far forward. As this is something that I feel like the CIS carries as a whole. Their over-aggression. Oh, Yoku. Oh, do they actually have vision for this? They see Roshan's low. All of a sudden, Yoku appears. He blinks out. Oh, he actually went for that kill. Now they managed to get the sticky icky, and they caught Yoku inside of that one. That means he's going to be definitely going down in Resolution. He's going to be caught as well. Still has a Force Staff in a second. Gets over the cliff, and Miracle not able to commit to that. That being said,
Resolution's dead.
Yeah, he's going to take out from Poison. That last tick of Poison is actually what killed him. Aloha Dance managed to blink himself out, but as quickly as this game was all of a sudden going to Team Empire's favor, it just gets turned around as the pickoff on Silent allows them to go for Roshan. And the attempt to defend Roshan actually costs Empire quite a lot there. As another 2 heroes go down, Roshan still taken by Monkey Business, and making a third. No Fear is going to go down as well. Aloha Dance, he's caught, making a wipe. It starts with a pickoff on Silent, and then everyone from Empire falls one by one.
I can see the thought process from Empire. You know, they send 3 heroes top, try and draw Monkey Business away from the Roche Pit. Put Silent mid, try and draw Monkey Business away from the Roche Pit. But if you die in the process of doing this, they're just going to run straight into Roshan and stop you from taking it and kill you off. But then the trickle from Empire, one by one, they went in trying to save Yoku, then trying to save Resolution, and it just didn't work out at all.
Moonmeander jumping the axe, but there's nothing you can really do about that solo. He just managed to Force Staff himself out. Now there will be a defense. They may just give up their tier 3 tower, but there's definitely going to be a defense around this Rax. Empire fully up. The Ice Blast comes out.
With Ice Blast
doesn't quite land, but they get Moonmeander. No Tail, he doesn't actually have his ultimate. I'm not sure why he jumped there. That should be just a 1 pickoff, but now No Tail, he's probably going to go down here. He's caught by the vacuum. No real escape as his Blink Dagger's on cooldown. Not sure why he jumped back in there. That was pretty obvious that it was just a free kill on Moonmeander, and that's all it had to be.
I think with Empire's ulti's down.
Oh, now they caught another one.
Oh, God.
Fly, he's dead as well.
Complete role reversal. Yeah. It's just each team getting caught out, getting picked off, and dragged back into the fight, which they didn't want to be in to begin with. But I think Monkey Business could have fought there, and it seems obvious that someone made the call to fight.
Oh, they're going to catch him.
Oh,
Miracle.
glimpsed.
He's brought back. He does have a blink up in a second, but they managed to get the call plus the silence. Miracle, no escape. Oh my God, how does this keep happening?
They've got Vacuum Ice Blast.
Ice Blast. They save it a little bit. Vacuum back in. Get the call. No. He blinked up. They see him. They're going to be able to surround him anyway. They still get the kill. A buyback on No Tail. What's happening to Monkey Business?
What's going on?
I don't know. It's like both teams just decide to have this like mentality of the ants go marching in one by one. And they just all end up dying.
Into the meat grinder. Into the meat grinder. Let's go, boys.
Oh man. This has got to be such a weird swing now as Monkey Business up by like 3,500. Not that big of a deal by like 18 minutes. And then Empire start taking control of the game. And then just one real pickoff. Silent turns into Roshan. Monkey Business take this big lead once again. And then it dips back down.
There's level 3 ulti on Veno with Ags and Blink. The next big team fights. You know, if you're looking at this now with no buybacks on the key heroes from the Dire outside the TA, you know, if the Darkseer gets his spells off and then dies, his...
Oh, they're going to catch No Tail here. He actually just throws out his ultimate? Okay, Aloha Dance is like, all right.
That's a secure kill, I guess. Holy crap.
Oh, Yoku is actually going to go into this one now. He does have an Ice Blast coming in. Silent actually cancels that call. Wants to be able to go for crit. No snowball, but he does have an Ice Shards up in a second. He's going to be able to lock some of these heroes down. Yoku saved and Force Staff it away. Is he actually going to be able to survive? No, the poison plus the Ice Shards actually going to be able enough to take him down. And still, though, Moonmeander's is great position. Unfortunately, kind of locks Miracle out. Whoa, what an ultimate, though. Actually hits on 3 and Empire trapped like rats. There's no way out of this one. Silent just forced to man mode it up. It looks like No Tail's actually going to TP TP away because he wants this extra kill. They're going to go for resolution. They're trying to corral him in. They caught him with the Sprout. Now the Orchid, and he is dead as well. A wipe as Team Empire lose another team fight. Goes from bad to good to bad to worse, and then good, and then bad again.
And that's with your Venom ulti used on a solo disruptor.
Yeah, one hero. That's all it was.
Crazy stuff. You got Ags up on your Nature's Prophet now. Level 3 ulti with the Aghanim's upgrade. Here we go, boys. So what do? You poison Nova, you wait for heroes to be within kill range, and then you kill them with a Nature's Wrath, right? And you get 5 of the big, the massive Mega Treants.
That sounds like a plan to me. I like that idea.
Disgusting stuff.
Miracle, meanwhile, split pushing away. Actually gonna pick up Vitality booster. So Heart for the Animage. Why not BKB?
Well, I'm not sure.
BKB would make a lot more sense to me against Disruptor, Ancient Apparition. Can't do much against Templar Assassin and the Axe, but I think the supports are actually your bigger issue as this mobile carry than it is anyone else. I suppose I think this is under the assumption that BKB doesn't mean anything if he gets caught by the Axe.
Yeah, and the Heart's going to make it more difficult for the Culling Blade to finish him off, I guess.
Yeah. So in that case, in a way, the Heart is better in all-around scenarios, even if the BKB is situationally better for, these support controls. The Heart is going to be able to allow him to maybe survive through any scenario.
Blink on Aloha Dance. Blink Disruptor. What can they do with it, though? The Monkey Business, they're going to wait for the next Roshan. I kind of feel they've got the itch to go and fight. They've got the blood rage. And destroy people. But the next fight, it feels like Empire are on their last legs.
Oh, yeah.
They need to smoke up and go and make something happen. Find a pick off on... Oh, God, no tail. He's silent. No RCT being in for this.
Yeah, he could go back in, pop the ultimate. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and code up silent and see if he can actually get this kill, especially with all the poison damage. Yeah, he's going to be definitely dying here on the left-hand side. They managed to catch a couple of heroes there. Dazzle's going to be the first to die. Doesn't look like they managed to get a successful kinetic field out of that one, but a 1-for-2 exchange so far, and Monkey Business will be happy to go back in. Miracle comes in from the side, already burning through a lot of Yoku's refraction, but he still managed to get the blink out.
Unless Yoku and Resolution can rampage here.
Oh, man. They do have a decent number of illusions. Resolution is going to commit onto Moonmeander here, who goes ahead and fights it out. Manages Resolution, gets off that Guardian Grease and keep himself alive. Will be able to get out. Yoku, Snowball, Aloha Dance is dead. He's going to be stomped down. No Tail will gladly take that kill. The rest of Empire, well, he kind of stalled this one out. Looks like Monkey Business won't be able to commit for an uphill push. Unless it's just Miracle. They have the Ancient Apparition up in 5 seconds time, so probably a bit of harassment on the tier 3, and maybe that's it.
They've got 2 lanes pushing in. Moon Meander, that's a key kill, though. The fact you don't have your Nature's Prophet now to actually shove in with the Treants, he's got Treants up at top, though. The Aghanim's upgraded ulti definitely working out there for him.
Oh, by the way, these Christmas trees, I believe they're still bugged.
Oh, so it doesn't show the big ones?
No. They're bugged as in their targeting is terrible. I was playing against them yesterday.
The hitboxes?
Yeah. Their hitboxes are awful. It's actually so bad, especially in the laning phase.
Because they're like behind the actual model, right? The hitboxes.
Yeah, something like that.
It was the same with the one of the Spirit Bears, the Red Panda one, I think, where its actual hitbox was only a third of the bear. It was its backside, its rear. You could only click on it.
A regen and a double damage. All right, Crit will save that one for Miracle, I'm sure. Or maybe not. Who's going to take it? Moon? Maybe Moon, or maybe they should just take it and get the hell out of here because Empire, they've caught him. Crit's going to be a free pickoff, it looks like, as they manage to get silent with the call. And all the follow up. No Tail gets a 5-man ultimate, though. That's going to look real nice as he throws out the Sheep as well to slow everyone down. Empire are just going to be torn apart as Dime goes out, but Fly almost dies. Good Shallow Grave. Looks like No Tail will go down to Resolution before all this ends. The Ticks, though, the Poison will be able to not quite finish him off. He's actually going to live silent. He also barely lives as well. Yoku may be the only one escapes, but he blinks away. TP out. Miracle throw out the ultimate. You gotta stop him. No. Empire all escaped. That was a 4-man ultimate with a 4-man Shivas for No No-Tail, but Miracle and Moon couldn't actually capitalize on that great initiation as they were just a bit too far away.
It all looked so pretty for Monkey Business. Man, Empire, count your lucky stars. Go and do the lottery or something. Super fortunate to get out there with so many people alive.
Yeah, how the hell
Resolution was like 5 HP when he TP'd out.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, he's going to die in the fountain.
Yep.
And then I figured Silent was going to die as well, but he just ran away and was actually fine. He's going to have counter Shivas pretty soon here. So his initiate. It's all about whoever initiates, it seems. Like, that fight was a little bit special just because Monkey Business didn't have the cores to really capitalize on that. But No-Tail pretty much killed almost the whole entire team with that ultimate. Right? And Silent might be able to do kind of the same. It's obviously not going to have the same kind of devastating impact, but it will have a very targeted impact on just taking out one hero and slowing down the rest.
I'm kind of interested to understand or hear your thoughts on why Empire haven't gone for a pipe this game. Because against Venomancer, against Nature's Wrath, a pipe on your Darkseer maybe. You know, I can fully understand the Hex against the Anti-Mage. They wanted that additional lockdown with the lack of, really guaranteed stuns or disables. But the Axe with the Vanguard, good HP, but then into the Shiva's guard, still no pipe.
In a way, I'm feeling like this is almost like everyone from Empire has a better item in mind for themselves.
Yeah.
But no one's thinking about the team. Because I understand, like, I'm good with the Shivas, I'm good with the side. As you said, like, all these items...
Oh god, Yoku.
All these items make sense. Aloha Dance, even. Like, he can't even go for the pipe because Axe is necessary. So, I think Resolution has to go for it as his next item, though. I would be very surprised if he does not go pipe. This is one of those rare circumstances where pipe feels like a necessity. You know, it's very rare to have pipe games nowadays. It's just the stats aren't very good. It doesn't last long enough. Situations like that. Ice Blast, actually, a little bit of zoning Ice Blast as Empire take the Aegis and blink themselves out. So, good escape.
How many blinks are there in this game, honestly?
There's like 3 on the side of Empire alone. 1, 2, 3, plus multiple 4 staffs.
And then No-Tail's blink plus Miracle's innate blink.
Yeah.
So much mobility coming out of everybody. But the Treants, the army, they go marching in.
What?
There's so freaking many of them, honestly.
Dota 2, man.
Silent wants them. Give me gold. Come on. Come on.
You definitely shouldn't. I mean, you have no idea what Monkey Business are up to. Like, is it really worth the, 70 gold that you're going to get out of 5 Treants or something like that? Treants don't even get that good of gold. They're like 20 apiece or something. I know someone's going to flame my math. Let's see. Kill him. 17, 15, 15. Yeah, they're like 15 to 20. They're really not worth much. Alright, Moon Meander's going to have a scythe device. That'll be a big upgrade for him, and not only solo kill power, but also just general damage. His right click is actually going to be quite dangerous. He could probably go for like an MKB as his next item. Actually, maybe Data... Oh, never mind. I forgot the Octarine Core. He hasn't finished that up.
But then, that begs the question, what does he go next? Refresher? Or into the damage?
I think when you go for this build, you commit to it. I like Refresher. Especially coupled... like, the damage isn't even that bad when you already have Ags, plus you have a Venomancer. You know, I think that is the right build.
And then No-Tail goes Refresher as well.
And it's just like, look at this. They just... I had a game like this, where this Furion, who has Ags, Octarine,
this asshole Furion.
He just keeps throwing Treants at range Raxes. The range barracks just doesn't stand a chance. Because one by one, those Treants march in, they take them out. You need your supports to start carrying like Maelstroms. I'm not even lying. Like, because every single time you have to commit a core. Like, right now, a core has to go up to the top lane. Otherwise, there's going to be damage on the tier 3, and it'll probably die.
So, axe me on there after BKB?
I wouldn't even mind that, to be honest. Actually, do you think he finishes up his Crimson Guard, though? When you already have a Vanguard?
I don't know. The way this game's going, it kind of feels that there's just going to be that one big item that tips the scales. Look at this crap.
I'm sorry, I just watched like 20 Treants die, and one of them got to the tier 3 and did objective damage. He's like, I got it, guys!
Do 4 damage!
and then Moon Meander's over there like, worth it.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, Aegis, another 2 minutes. Empire got to get aggressive sometime soon. But how do you do that? You've got another ultimate for Furion coming in.
It's disgusting, honestly. Plague Wards scouting, farming enemy jungle. Plague Wards on lanes. Furion trees
Here it comes.
pushing around. Yep.
Trees.
Right. So we've got like 6 down here. Resolution clears them. Oh! They're going. They're looking for the tower.
Unfortunately, that top lane actually didn't get hit by the ultimate too bad. That being said, there's also no tail illusions, and the treants coming out from the trees start marching their way in. You don't. I think this would be really good if you coupled it with the Venomancers wards are great, but he can't be everywhere. If you coupled it with a Templar Assassin on your team, putting traps underneath the neutrals, so it would always hit the neutral camps.
That would
that be great, or would that be bad? Like, you'd be soaking up a lot of bounces, maybe too many bounces. And what if it doesn't do enough damage to actually kill some of these neutrals?
Because it's not going to kill the majority of neutral camps with one swing across.
Yeah, just kill the smaller ones.
Whereas with lane creeps, if you wait for them to go down to, 3/4 HP, it's going to kill off the range creep and then the majority of the wave.
There goes the tier 3 tower. What can you do? The cores are just a bit too late. You got it. You have to get Boots of Travels.
They got some damage on the range racks as well. Look at that. 12 damage. Doing it, boys. So the split push has begun. Monkey business. Even though they have some pretty good team fight, they're still not comfortable with how Empire have been setting up, especially when you're pushing high ground. Buybacks aren't actually available here. Empire have bought out. They've forgone buybacks on every single one of their heroes, and with Aegis expiring now, this is all
right. This is No-Tail doing the old I'm committing to one support hero. That guy is mega dead.
No retribution either. So with Aegis down, Abyssal on the anti-mage, one hero gone, which is the AA, vital for the team fight.
Oh, they caught Miracle. He does not have a BKB, but it doesn't look like the damage is going to be enough. The control is there for a while, but Miracle now going to take some damage. Not quite enough. They throw out the slow. Looks like farther behind, though. Resolution's going to be forced into his BKB. Force staff over the Ice Shards, back into this middle lane. No-Tail goes back in. He's going to be a target here. He's just here to soak up damage till the rest of the team comes in. Nice Glimmer Cape. And now the BKB is going to be forced to use here. Crit's going to be going down. No-Tail puts himself in the trees. Is he going to be able to get out? He's got a Blink Dagger, and he's maybe waiting to initiate back in. Miracle's now going to come back out, manage to get the Abyssal Blade. They're going to pop Resolution. Meanwhile, Moon, who is hitting on the tower, is now going to turn around and hit on Silent, who's going to be going down here. All the extra arm in the world is not going to stop this one. They lured Empire outside of their base, and now we're able to commit for a great team fight and push in, forcing a lot of buybacks here. Templar Assassin does not have one, and I'm pretty sure without the Templar Assassin, Miracle, he just commands this fight, unless... Oh no, they missed the Ice Blast and the call. Now they're going to be in serious troubles. Once again, No-Tail jumps in, catches 2 different cores with his ultimate, backing back in, managed to actually get an illusion of the animate, so that's going to help out quite a bit. Almost enough to kill No-Tail, but heal comes in at the right time, and now the Shallow Grave ensures that he stays alive, at least for the time being. Sent back, Moon Meander, the target here, trying to TP out. A bash, Aloha Dance, he'll go down. They manage to get Moon, but no fear. He's just going to be run down by Miracle.
He's going in.
All right, no fear. Show us your juke game with the Ice Vortex. He's buying time at the very least. Miracle blinks back, and he's going to commit now to that melee ranks. Another 30 seconds until the Templar Assassin's back up. Miracle can just keep going. Especially with the bottom lane already pushed out, that's GG.
Yeah, with the Heart Abyssal, the fact there was no AA to actually pile on in when they caught him with the Axe Call. Mana Void onto the full mana creep.
That's a style ultimate right there. So, Monkey business. Looking quite good. You can say, I think a lot of this comes down to the draft. Would you agree? I mean, the Venomancer pickup was just one of those brilliant last picks.
Yeah, I think so. Like, Empire, they did well to deal with the hand they were kind of given by Monkey business. They were forced into the situation where they've got to deal with the anti-mage with something, which is why the Axe pick came out. But even though they kind of lost their lanes for the first 10 minutes or so, they farmed themselves up decently, so they reacted well. It was just the movement from Moon Meander. He was coming into these team fights, making damn sure that he got the treants pushing the side lanes as well, and Miracle anti-mage.